Dude, what is up, you guys? What is going on? We are doing our first Giants pregame, trying to get this setup going. 2020, I am absolutely pumped. As we know, today is the home opener of 2020. Seems crazy that, we're getting a home opener in July, but that is the circumstances where we are at. We are excited. Giants and Padres. This is going to be a good one. The Shark, Jeff Samardzija, getting the start. Man, he has been pitching very well. If you look at what he did last year, we know the injuries that he went through 2017, 2018. He wasn't himself, so I'm expecting big things out of the Shark. He pitched well last year. I think had like 3.50 ERA, was getting those strikeouts, pitching very effectively, not walking a lot of batters. And yeah, let me know, guys, in the chat, for those of you, if you have any comments, you want to get questions, be happy to share my opinion with you guys and love interacting with you. And so also the Giants, let's take a look who we're going to be facing today. So San Diego, they are sending Zach Davies to the mound, a 27-year-old right-hander. And so the Giants did put a lot of lefties in their lineup. We know, I think Gabe Kapler is going to do a lot of great matchups this year. If you get what I'm saying, we've heard that there's going to be a lot of platoon situations. Now, I think the platoon situations with some guys, I think if you see some guys really break out, I think there's not going to be platoons. There's going to be guys starting every day. Guys like Jalen Davis, this guy's going to be starting every day, I think, this year. He has immense power, and he's one of the most exciting players. There's a lot of young, exciting players on this Giants team that I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to perform this year. And Jalen Davis, he is one of those guys. I mean, the opposite field home run we saw in Dodger Stadium the other day, that was impressive. I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this guy this year. And he plays exceptional defense. And so he's going to, I think, start every day. I'm excited to continue to follow him. Thank you so much for USMC Master Sergeant. Keep it up. I appreciate all of you guys out there, watching my videos. It means the world to me. And so also with this live stream, also wanted to say we're going to be doing this hopefully, more often than we can, but maybe like once a week, kind of experimenting with it. This is something new for me, something that I wanted to try, to be able to engage with you guys more and to be able to get, more hands-on interaction. Because, obviously with a lot of my videos, we go through everything, but it's nice to, with this interaction right now, we can field questions, we can bounce ideas with each other, and really just get all that energy and excitement going, you guys. But let's talk about now. So the lineup tonight, you got Mike Yastrzemski in center field. You got Pablo Sandoval, the Kung Fu Panda. He is going to be playing first base tonight. And you got Wilmer Flores coming off of his first home run as a Giant in LA over the weekend. He's going to be starting at third base tonight. And you got Alex Dickerson, the DH. So the Giants are going to be using the designated hitter. Well, we know all of the National League using the DH this year, you guys. I haven't even gotten used to it yet. Still looking at a lineup, seeing a DH in there. But Alex Dickerson, dude, McCarthy starting good. Yeah, dude, I know. Okay, I don't know much about this Joe McCarthy guy. I looked up some of his stats, and Farhan and his metrics and everything. They must see a hidden gem, you guys, a hidden gem in McCarthy, and that's why he is starting. Austin Slater, I think, is a little bit banged up. I think they did say he is available to pinch hit today. He would have likely started. So that's something to keep in mind. I've been a huge fan of Austin Slater. And so, yeah, for me, I think I'm with a lot of you guys. I think Pence should be starting. Slater should be starting. These guys should be starting over a guy like Joe McCarthy. What's excited to watch? Dude, I know, the Shark. We mentioned him earlier, guys. I'm extremely excited for the Shark. I think he is going to pitch exceptionally well tonight. We're going to see him pick up off from where he left off last year. Again, the injuries that, set back Samardzija in 2017, 2018, kind of around there, it was unfortunate. So I couldn't be more ecstatic that he's been bouncing back and he is going to be huge for us. Yes, go Shark. Now let's continue with the. Oh yeah, guys. The other, we heard also some news today. The Giants designate for assignment Rob Brantley. He was the other backup catcher on the roster, and we ended up recalling Chadwick Trump. And this guy is a very special talent. Don't know too much about him, but from what we've seen from this guy in spring training, he is more than deserving of this call up, and I couldn't be more happier for the guy. He is going to surprise a lot of folks, I think. So that was the transaction the Giants made, designating Rob Brantley, recalling Chadwick Trump. So we are going to see, we know the Giants, they broke a record last year, if you remember, for using 64 players. I think that was a record or something, but they used so many players last year on the roster, recalling guys, sending guys out. You know, it seemed like Zaidi was only letting guys play for a couple, 2-3 weeks, and then we were rotating somebody else in there. While Trump has been hot, you guys. That's what you got to take advantage when these guys are playing hot like this. You ride the hot hand, and you know, I baseball is a routine game. You know, to get into a rhythm, starting every day is key. That's how you build confidence. You know, you see pitches better. You can identify the strike zone better. And when you're swinging at strikes and taking balls, you know, everything else seems to get better. The baseball seems a lot bigger somehow. You know, you're able to kind of read the pitcher's, you know, wind up and delivery, get your timing down, those kind of things. More pop than Brantley, definitely. I mean, no knock to Rob Brantley, but, you know, he just struggled. He struggled, and, yeah, Tyler Hanneman clearly was the better option to go at the catch position over Rob Brantley, with, of course, Buster Posey opting out of this season. Report, Mikey Skrinsky. Dude, Mikey Skrinsky. Shout out, Texas Rangers report. Yep. Man, that's what you guys – when a guy – players that are big fan favorites from other fans' teams, that's when you know a guy is starting to make a name for himself. The story of Yaz is one that all of us can get. I'm getting even goosebumps just thinking about what we saw last year, him going to Fenway, where his grandfather played, Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Fame career over 15-plus years. And you're telling me Mike Yastrzemski, he hits a home run in Fenway Park in his return. I mean, you can't write a better story than that. Let's see, Wild, is there going to be an opener for the Shark? Yeah, I don't know, actually. That's a good question. We know the Giants have been experimenting with the opener, and so that's something that is different in baseball. It's worked for some teams, I think, and other teams it has just completely imploded. When do you think Longoria will be back, or Belt? I heard that, you know, early in the season, I heard it was like they were going to be out for 1 week or so. So I feel like now we're at Game 5 now in the season. I feel like they should be back in the next week or 2 weeks. Don't know what the most recent update is on their health status. But look, you guys, the fact of the matter is 3 guys out of heart of our lineup were taken out. When you consider Buster Posey, you consider Evan Longoria and Brandon Belt. That's a huge, you know, huge part of your lineup that you're missing. And so, yeah, let's get back to the story of Yastrzemski, guys. So he has been a late bloomer. He's, I believe, 29 now, 28, 29 years old, but he broke out on the scene his rookie year last year with 21 home runs. I think it was 55, 59 RBIs, and hit for some average and played an amazing outfield out there. And we have seen him play center field now. And so Yastrzemski, he is an exceptional talent. And I think this guy is going to pick up right where he left off from. He's had an exceptional start in 2020. He's going to have a great sophomore year. And, you know, again, I love watching him play. And while it was an incredible – dude, I know, you know, what in the world were the Baltimore Orioles thinking? You know, I would hate to be an Orioles fan, and every time I see Yaz, think about – what we could have had for them. So, you know, it worked out in our favor, you guys. And last year when Yastrzemski got called up, I think it was May 24th. And, you know, what's crazy is that at that time, he actually ended up leading the Giants, I think, in home runs last year, even despite having been called up at the end of late May. So, again, Yastrzemski just went on a tear. And I did get to see him play last year, you guys, because I did get to go to the one of my most favorite Giants games that I've ever been to. I went to the Giants-A's game in which we destroyed them last year. It was, I think, like 10 or 11 to 1 or 2. We scored 8 or 7 runs in like the 7th inning. And I'm telling you guys, I was going crazy in the Oakland Coliseum. All the Giants fans, we were letting the A's fans know out there. And that was when I got to see Yastrzemski play. Started in center field that game. It was phenomenal. You guys, I loved it. And so we are getting warmed up. First pitch. What is 15 minutes, you guys? 15 minutes, and we are going to be underway. This is exciting. Let me know, guys, what is on your mind? What are you thinking? Ruff. Dude, yes, Darren Ruff. He has been another exceptional surprise this year. And the story with him, it's an incredible story. He spent the last 3 years in the Korean Baseball League, 2017 through 2019. And I think the last time he was in the MLB in the States was with the Dodgers, and then they released him. And so he went over to Korea and was able to redefine his swing and, give him some credit because that's a big life-changing move to go all the way out there. And the year he had, 2019, 22 home runs for Darren Ruff with over 100-plus RBIs. This guy is still, he is kind of getting up there. He's 33 years old. But again, I think he is blossoming on the scene right now. And this could be the year that he breaks out in MLB, coming off of the big season that he had in the Korean Baseball League. Trevor Gott as the closer. I definitely agree with you, Royalty. I agree. He has been exceptional. He's gotten 2 saves. And what I liked is that, this guy from last year, Trevor Gott, he's a strike thrower. He comes in, attacks the zone, doesn't walk a lot of guys. He's got great repertoire of off-speed pitches. He's got a great fastball. And, you saw against the Dodgers the other day, I think it was Will Smith, but he led off with a double against Trevor Gott. And I think it was a 3-1 ball game at the time. And so, with the big bumpers coming up for the Dodgers, you had to wonder, okay, how is Trevor Gott going to perform in this situation? He was able to nail down those next 3 batters, get the big save for us. And what about Rico Garcia, man? Yes, he's been another exceptional surprise. He has been dealing another fabulous young arm in that bullpen. With the Giants starters, we know that I think the first time through, they're not going to be doing a whole lot of pitching deep into the ball games. So they are warming up their pitch counts. And so we've seen the Giants use a lot of bullpen arms so far in the season, and they pitched beautifully. They kept us in the ball game in LA. Even, the first couple games, if you guys remember, we were in those games even till the 7th inning. I know opening day, I think it was. And then that's when things kind of unraveled from us. But we played competitive baseball despite the first 2 games, those 2 lopsided scores. And then our bullpen was able to keep us in the game in games 3 and 4, be able to shut the door down. And, when bullpens in San Francisco are doing well, that is when, we are flourishing at our best, get just enough hitting, pitching, defense, and timely hitting. That's how you're going to win ball games. And that's how this Giants team could surprise a lot of folks this year. Nobody gave us a chance, man, of winning games 3 and 4 in LA. A lot of people probably had us getting swept in 4 games or, the Dodgers taking 3 out of 4. And, the Giants, they flourish in underdog mentality. When people count us out like 2010, they don't give us any chance, or even 2014. Nobody gave us any chance. That's when the Giants, they go under the radar and we just completely break out. So, this is going to be a fun, exciting year. Hopefully things, we still are able to get baseball, guys. Things are getting hectic, as we know, in Miami, the story from yesterday. Just insane right now. So I'm hopeful that things are going to be able, for the Marlins, they'll be able to get back to playing and, everyone will be able to safely recover and everything. But yeah, man, guys, things are intense. Let's see. Maranta going to be back. I heard August 1st. Okay. Wow, man. I did not know when the timetable was going to be for Reyes Maranta returning. But, man, that's going to be tough that we won't get to see him until then. But he is such a fabulous man. I love Reyes Maranta. Throwing 97 miles per hour, has an absolute filthy slider. Absolute filthy. And this guy, I thought, has great chance to be the closer. again, Trevor Gott right now has earned that right. Too much hatred for Zaidi Blinds. People from the back there improving and likely being a good. Yes, you. That's what I'm saying. I go on Twitter and I see all these Giants fans that aren't happy about the moves Farhan Zaidi's been making. Even last year in 2020, you know, some Giants fans criticized so many moves from Farhan Zaidi last year. They didn't know what in the world was he doing. But look at the year we had. He put people in the right position to succeed. He took advantage of the waiver wires, free agency, being able to scout other different teams' players. All of these things came together for us to be able to have the year we had. We were still in playoff contention last year by August 25th. We were 6.5 games out at the time, which again was kind of a little bit of ways to go, but that's what you love. As a baseball fan, the deeper your team can play meaningful baseball games in the season, that's what you love to have. And that's what Zaidi is trying to build here in San Francisco. A culture for the long-term future that each and every year is going to play meaningful baseball as deep as we possibly can into the season. Dude, what is up, SF Angelino? Dude, thank you so much for checking in. Yes, so, dude, I'm so excited for everything that is coming for this Giants future, the prospects. We are doing things the right way. And breaking out last year, I thought we were going to go to the playoffs last year. It surprised some people in that epic July run, guys. We went like 20-5, 20-6. It was amazing. And don't be surprised if in August right now, this current Giants team could go on another 20-10, 20-7 type of run. Because, things can, with young talent, you have some surprising guys break out. You get the pitching that you need. This bullpen looks like it's going to be very solid this year. And again, the question mark is going to be, are the veterans going to perform with how they have performed in their career? The Brandon Crawfords, the Brandon Belts, Jeff Samardzes, John and Cuetos, Kevin Gosmans, Drew Smileys, all of these veterans that we have on this team, it's going to be critical for these guys to contribute like how they have been in their baseball careers. And that's going to be key for us to having a good year. Webb, yes, Logan Webb is looking like ace potential. I have you guys, amazing story about Logan Webb. He actually went to the same high school as my cousins. He went to Rockland High School, and one of my cousins actually had class with him. And, I think my cousin was telling me that Logan Webb, he was just such an awesome dude. I think he was a little shy, that my cousin told me, but, when you get to know this guy, you love to root for him. He's a very nice guy, really great kid out there. And, I'm really happy for him that he was able to make his debut last year. Did struggle last year, but again, he was his rookie year, got called up in August, made 8 starts. And so this year, he's still almost like a rookie because 8 starts under your belt. But, man, he competed out there against the Dodgers, and he pitched through a lot of trouble. I think he allowed 6 hits. Sean Anderson, low-key, high leverage. Yes, that's another thing, guys. We didn't know whether Sean Anderson was going to be a frontline starter, or is he going to be used out of the bullpen. And so right now this season, what we've seen, he's been amazing out of the bullpen. He has absolute electric stuff and has experience pitching in college as a closer. And so it could be absolutely key for how the Giants decide to be using him. And Sean Jelly, Court, all pretty exciting. Now Harrison, yes, dude, so much excitement, you guys. I'm just excited. I cannot wait to continue following this season. The thing about this year too, of course, nobody's expecting us to compete, but I'm just excited to see, all the young players continue to get at bats, continue their player development. We could see Joey Bart, debut this year, and man, that's going to be so exciting when he comes up. Could see Helio Ramos this year, another spectacular outfielder. So a lot to be excited about for the future. And if you're a Giants fan, and then also we got a lot of big contracts coming off of the books. That's another thing that, people forget, that Zaidi inherited a lot of bad contracts. If you consider them as bad contracts, being that, we paid those guys for past performance and maybe overpaid a little in terms of how many years and how much dollar amount. And so once these big contracts come off the books, Evan Longoria, he has a big contract. Just to give an example, but the Giants are going to have more flexibility with spending. And so in whether it's next year or this upcoming offseason or in a couple years, but we'll be able to go out in free agency, get that big talent that we need to add to a young team and really be able to shine. Dubon in center field, yes. Mauricio Dubon, one of my favorite young Giants, you guys. He has the same birthday as me, which I love. July 19th. Dubon just turned 26 years old, and he was just spectacular last year, his rookie year. And, just such a big trade for us to get him from the Milwaukee Brewers. And I think he's going to play all over the place. He'll play third base potentially. He'll play second. He's played center field, and he's looked really good out there in center field. He's got a phenomenal arm out there. And, in the outfield, you got to have a great arm. You got to be able to limit those guys running from first to third, going all the way to home. All right, and we are getting close, you guys. Lineups and first pitch is coming. We are about 4 minutes away, so we are going to be wrapping up this live stream here in a couple minutes right now. So want to thank everyone that has checked in and left comments. I thank you guys so much. I appreciate your support. And, I love Solano. Yes, still Donovan Solano. We give him another big shout out. He is phenomenal coming off of the season last year, hitting 330. Some people have knocked him for his defense. I still think he's a good defensive player. He can't working at it. But the bat, you guys, the bat is unstoppable. So look to see him get more at bats this year. He deserves it. He has earned it. And Flores excelled. Yes, and go Giants, you guys. We are going to be doing a live post-game stream while watching the post-game live tonight after the game. So be sure to check that out. And extremely excited to be doing these live streams. We won't be doing them for every game. So right now I'm thinking in the regular season, we'll maybe do like once a week or so. And also for future reference, you guys, when the Giants get to the playoffs, we are going to be doing the live streams pregame and postgame. So we will be coming to you with all of that. Solano, another Zaidi pickup that few acknowledge. Yes, so many pickups that Zaidi has acknowledged. Even you got to give him credit when he was with the Dodgers, he got so many big names like guys like Max Muncy and a lot of players over there for the Dodgers. And, this is where the rivalry is going to get intense, you guys. We know how stacked the Dodgers are. But look, it doesn't matter how good the Dodgers are or how bad some people think the Giants are. The Giants play their rivals tough. We play the Dodgers always tough, and we are going to give them a run for their money this year, I think, despite them being, so heavily favored. And this rivalry is just going to get more and more intense because the Giants are just barely building up. In 2021, 2022, watch out the rest of MLB because this team is going to be absolutely flourishing. And so, guys, with that being said, now we're going to wrap up this live stream. First pitch is coming. Enjoy the ball game. Enjoy the time spent with friends and family. And as you guys, thank you. And until next time, we'll see you guys again. Have a great day and have a fabulous night and enjoy Giants baseball. Let's get that dub for the home opener. All right. Take care, you guys.